Welcome to Corvette Today, the show that talks about everything Corvette, with your host, Steve Garrett, lifetime member of the National Corvette Museum, president of the Corvette Club of Kansas City, Missouri, and radio disc jockey at the #1 radio station in Kansas City for over 45 years. Here's Steve Garrett.
Thanks for listening and watching Corvette Today, the show that talks about everything Corvette, and the only current podcast dedicated to Corvette. I'm your host, Steve Garrett. I appreciate you tuning in. Corvette Today is brought to you by Wheelcraft. Want to dress up your Corvette with bright chrome or black chrome wheels? Visit wheelcraft.com and learn about their advanced PVD chrome finishing. They can refinish your wheels or offer a wheel exchange for most models, and it comes with a 5-year warranty. Visit wheelcraft.com today or call them at 833-840-5334. You can listen to Corvette Today on all podcast platforms. You can also listen on your smart device. Just say, "Hey Google," or "Alexa, play the podcast called Corvette Today," and you're connected. And be sure to visit the Corvette Today website. It's CorvetteToday.com. You can access everything there, including the Corvette Today merchandise store. You can also join our Corvette Today Facebook group there as well. Also, make sure you sign up for the Corvette Today emails, notifications, and updates at CorvetteToday.ck.page. And be sure to subscribe to our Corvette Today YouTube channel. See all Corvette Today episodes on YouTube as well. And be sure to patronize our flagship sponsors of Corvette Today, MidEngineCorvetteForum.com, the forum that focuses on the new mid-engine C8 Corvette. Meet a lot of fellow Corvette enthusiasts like yourself at MidEngineCorvetteForum.com. Soul Performance Products, developed and manufactured in the United States, the Soul Performance Products exhaust portfolio has been tailored to elevate the experience of the world's most exciting sports cars, including the latest generation of the Corvette. Soul Performance Products at SOULPP.com, the official performance exhaust of Corvette Today. Aerolarri Wheels, a true forged wheel with over 20 unique styles to choose from for your C8 and wide-body versions of the C7, C6, and C5 Corvette. It's an amazing value, starting at only $23.88 for a set of 4 fully forged wheels. And use the promo code CT111 and get $100 off your purchase. Visit Aerolarri.com. CORVETTE Corvettes. If you're a Corvette enthusiast, and I know you are since you're listening and watching Corvette Today, then you need to know about CORVETTE Corvette. They're based in Atlantic City, where you can find over 100 new and pre-owned vets on the lot and inbound. CORVETTE also ships Corvettes all over the country, custom ordered to your specifications. They're staffed with experienced pros who can answer all your questions. So don't compromise. Visit CORVETTECorvette.com. That's CIOCCA Corvette.com and find out more. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. E5 Wheels. E5 Wheels is a passionate and dedicated wheel company that serves only Corvette. They make spun-forged wheels for your C8, C7, and C6 Corvette. With the best fitment in the industry, E5 Wheels ensures your wheels complement the aesthetics and functionality while optimizing the performance of your Corvette. Visit e5wheels.com or call them at 305-964-7429. C8 owners, tired of pesky water spots on your engine bay after a wash? So is Amora, the C8 Corvette lady. That's why she created C8 Dry Bay Vent Blocks. These American-made blocks are designed to keep your engine bay dry while you wash your C8. You get 7 blocks, enough to cover all 6 vent wells on your coupe and the rear window strip. Stop scrubbing those spots and get yours with free shipping at c8blocks.com. Veterans and first responders enjoy a $15 discount. Also available at Paragon Performance and West Coast Corvette. Call 317-457-0594 or go to c8blocks.com. And a shout out to Corvette Forum, welcoming Corvette enthusiasts from around the world. All right, my friend, it's that time. Every other week, we bring you the latest Corvette news and headlines with my buddy Keith Cornett from CorvetteBlogger.com. We keep you current and up to date on what's happening with America's sports car every other week. Keith, welcome back to the show, buddy. It is hot outside.
We are in the summertime and things are really happening. Boy, we got tons of news, rumors, and all kinds of great racing news. I'm excited for today's show, Steve. There's a lot of good stuff out there.
I am too. And you know what? It's Africa hot out there. You know what Africa hot is?
What's that?
That's where you see a tree chasing a dog. All right, buddy, let's start off like we always do. Let's get a production update on Corvettes from the Bowling Green Assembly Plant.
Yeah, so when you're listening to this, we're going to actually have just 10 production days left of the 2025 Corvette model year. So we're really getting down to the nitty-gritty, as they say. Our counts actually kind of go back a little further. We don't have anything more current than last Tuesday, but as of last Tuesday, we had 13,214 Stingrays, 7,960 Z06s, 2,909 E-Rays, and brace yourself, Steve, 67 ZR1s.
Woohoo!
So that's a total of 24,150 VINs for 2025. And like I said, we're a few days behind, so we're really watching these ZR1 numbers to see where they end up for the model year.
Yeah, that's cool. I also saw where Australia and New Zealand are going to get a new Stingray. It's a Stingray R Launch Edition, which looks really good.
Yeah, we've got a couple stories here in our grand tour of the world and our world domination. Chevy announced that they will offer a 2026 Corvette Stingray R Launch Edition in Australia, New Zealand, starting in January 2026. A total of 50 Corvettes will be offered in the two countries, and the launch edition is based on the 3LT Stingray Coupe, and it includes gloss black 20-inch forged wheels, red stripe, a carbon fiber roof, and a unique build plate. So they're available in three colors, white, torch red, and blade silver, and they're all going to feature, obviously, the new interior for the 2026s as well. Australia's not cheap for Corvettes. Before on-road costs, this special edition will start at $235,000 in Australia, while it'll also be $245,000 in New Zealand. So crazy money there, but they're getting the Stingray R Launch Edition because they're not getting the ZR1, so they wanted to do something special for them.
Gotcha. I also, speaking of world domination, saw that the E-Ray is going to be on sale in the UK. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it made its debut in the United Kingdom at the 2025 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Now you can order this car at Chevy's third-party dealers in the country, which I think there's only like 4 of them, Steve. There's not a lot of dealers there, so you got to look for them.
Huh.
This is a right-hand drive sports car. It'll be available to order both coupe and convertible body styles, and it's going to start at 153,000 pounds, which is the equivalent of 204,000 United States dollars. That's for the coupe, 159,000 pounds for the convertible. The first customer orders are expected to arrive in September.
Nice. That's pretty good. Huh. How about that?
Yeah.
Also, Keith, I saw that there's order guide changes. What kind of changes have we got for the order guide?
So when pricing was released for 2026, we were surprised to see that there was 3 new aero wheel brake combo packages for the Z06. Those 3 packages were just now added to the order guide, and so it breaks it down for everybody to take a look at. I also know that they sent out this information to dealers because they want to make sure they're educated, because these packages are going to help Z06 buyers save anywhere from $5,000 to $7,500. Unfortunately, that's kind of offset by the $5,700 increase in the 2026 Z06.
Right.
But it's like Chevy's trying to at least do something. You have 3 of them. There's RPO, PDB. It's the Z06 carbon fiber wheel and brake package. When you're ordering the carbon fiber wheels, the J57 carbon ceramic brakes are required. So this package basically offers an automatic discount versus ordering the 2 separately. The next 2 are PDD and PDF. And it's basically your choice of carbon fiber wheels. There's 3 of them, you know, the visible carbon, the carbon flash, and then visible carbon with the red stripe.
Mm-hmm.
And then it adds the J57 brakes. You can go with the carbon flash painted arrow or the visible carbon fiber arrow. Obviously, the biggest savings are going to be on that final one with the visible carbon fiber arrow. It's nice to see they're trying to put these together and save some money. The only other updates in the order guide, the visible carbon fiber sill plates are not available. Visible carbon fiber door intake trim for Z06 and Stingray not available. And that new 3-stanchion visible carbon fiber spoiler for E-Ray and Z06 is not available at this time.
I like that spoiler. That looks really, really good.
I'm anxious to actually see it on the car. Yeah, that's going to be cool.
Yeah, definitely. Also, if you have a 2025 Corvette, I see that General Motors issued a technical service bulletin for your braking system. What's going on with that?
Luckily, it's not really widespread, according to the memo. It not only affects 2025 Corvettes, but also those in the Cadillac XT4, Chevrolet Equinox, and the GMC Terrain. GM says that the symptoms for this brake master cylinder replacement include poor braking performance, a limited top speed, and a malfunction indicator light, basically a check engine light on the dashboard. If your 2025 Corvette is exhibiting any of those, it's time to schedule an appointment. The service update, again, didn't say how many, but they thought it was small. This update actually includes both Stingrays, the base and the Z51, the E-Ray, and then the Z06 braking systems. It does not include ZR1. The service update suggests the time involved to replace the master cylinder is 4.2 hours for the Stingray Z51.
Wow.
And then it's 3.2 hours for the base Stingray, E-Ray, and Z06.
Interesting. Huh. Well, get that taken care of, and it's under warranty, so it's all good, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Buddy, the big elephant in the room is about the ZR1. How many 2025 orders had to get bumped into next year?
This was some great info provided by Rick Conti. He did one of his Tuesday Tech Nights and really kind of dove into those numbers. He's a dealer, so he can get into that GM Workbench order system. And because there's been no ZR1 allocations for 2026, the only ones that are in there right now are those rollovers from the 2025. So when Chevy took them, made them 2026s, they're all at 3,000 status right now. And it shows that there are a total of 310 orders for 2025, but 101 of those got bumped to 2026, leaving 209 for this year.
Okay.
Now, based on a production of only 67 being built, I'm not sure they're going to be able to do that extra 142 in the limited time remaining. But, again, we're just kind of watching the clock there. Not only do we have that information, again, 101 orders, but he was able to break those down. So there's 50 coupes and 51 convertibles. Of the coupes, 11 are dealer stock orders, 39 are customer sold orders, and 38 of them have the high wing. Of the ZR1 convertibles, 27 are dealer stock orders, 24 are customer sold orders, and 36 have the high wings. People really took to that dealer stock order. And again, I don't know why Chevy allowed that. These should be customer orders only.
Yeah.
And we know that McMulkin, when they ordered their cars, I think they had like 15 or 16 dealer stock orders only. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. And of course, we haven't seen any delivery from them yet either. So we don't really know what's going on with that.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all, buddy. That's a head scratcher for sure.
Yeah. Just one last thing here. These 2026 ZR1 orders, I did say they're already at 3,000 accepted status. Another dealer friend of ours who had a rollover car, he got a TPW for August 11th on his ZR1s.
Oh.
They're going to just keep pushing these cars. I bet they complete this run first before they do any new allocations for 2026.
They need to keep pushing them. We got a lot of orders from customers for these ZR1s. They could sell a lot of them and more if they just get them out of the factory.
Get them out the door.
There you go. All right, buddy, time for our first break. When we come back, we got lots of Corvette racing and Corvette rumors coming up next here on Corvette Today.
Wheelcraft's PVD chrome finish in bright chrome or black chrome is the buzz of the Corvette community. But now, Wheelcraft is proud to announce they can now do custom finishes for your OEM wheels, including the bronze wheel color option. And you still get the Wheelcraft 5-year warranty on all wheels. Wheelcraft offers factory wheel exchanges for C4 through C8 Corvettes, or they can apply the PVD chrome finish to your current wheels. Buying a new Corvette? Wheelcraft will work with your Chevrolet dealership to get your PVD chrome wheels there on time. You can drive away with your new wheels already installed. Doing an R8C delivery at the National Corvette Museum? Wheelcraft has partnered with the NCM Motorsports Park to do wheel exchanges once your R8C delivery is completed. You'll drive home from the NCM with your new Wheelcraft wheels. Plus, you still get free lifetime access to the Wheelcraft pit crew. So visit wheelcraft.com or call them at 833-639-4231. Arrive in style with Wheelcraft.
Hey, Corvette lovers, this is Brian Sarr from IntelliSense Family Office. You formerly known us as True Wealth and Company. First off, a huge congratulations to Steve Garrett on celebrating 6 amazing years of Corvette Today. We've been proud sponsors every mile of the way. You know the thrill and drive and the pride of ownership, but here's the big question. Do you have the same confidence in managing your wealth? At IntelliSense Family Office, we specialize in helping high net worth individuals like you protect, grow, and enjoy their wealth. Whether you're a successful entrepreneur, a professional athlete, or someone who's worked hard to achieve your financial goals, we've got you covered with personalized expert advice. We understand the unique challenges you face and the dreams you have for the future. From advanced tax planning to succession planning, we provide comprehensive services tailored to your needs. Our goal? To give you peace of mind so you can focus on what you love. Ready to take your financial management to the next level? Visit IntelliSense.com or reach out to us today at 913-653-8783. Let's drive your financial success together. I'm Brian Sarf, and I look forward to helping you live the dream. Save the wave and see you on the road. Investment advisory services offered through IntelliSense Investment Solutions Incorporated, an SEC registered investment advisor.
Rev up your ride with the ultimate upgrade. The Radiator Grill Store is your go-to destination for top-notch C8 Corvette Stingray, Z06, and E-Ray accessories. Elevate your style with custom-painted engine bay covers, sleek front splitters, and side skirts that scream sophistication. Keep your C8 protected with premium Radiator Grill screens. Stand out from the crowd at car shows and beyond. Use code CT10 for an exclusive 10% discount off your total purchase at RadiatorGrillStore.com. Don't miss out on turning heads. Upgrade your Corvette today.
Stretch the life of your Corvette's paint with Nova Stretch, the performance protective cover. From bugs to rock chips, Nova Stretch covers protect your Corvette, utilizing stretch fabric technology and an innovative fastening system for quick installation and easy removal and storage. Made in the USA for a tailored fit, the patented design and breathable mesh protects your Corvette without rubbing or chafing the paint like traditional covers. And unlike clear film or old-time car bras, Nova Stretch provides full front-end coverage including the grille, keeping radiators and heat exchangers clean and debris-free. Visit novastretch.com and use the code CORVETTETODAY15 to get 15% off your order. Protect your Corvette with Nova Stretch.
I'm Harlan Charles, and you're listening and watching Corvette Today with Steve Garrett.
Thanks for checking out Corvette Today on podcast and YouTube. It's the only current podcast dedicated to Corvette. Corvette Today is brought to you by Wheelcraft. Wheelcraft carries all the latest factory wheel designs for the C8 Stingray, Z06, and E-Ray, and popular wheel designs from previous generations. Now, along with bright chrome and black chrome, Wheelcraft now offers bronze and custom colors at half the cost of OEM. So visit wheelcraft.com or just give them a call, 833-639-4231. I'm your host, Steve Garrett. Great to have you along. Keith Cornett from CorvetteBlogger is with me. Every other week, we keep you current and up to date on what's happening in the world of Corvette. In segment number 2, we always cover Corvette racing and Corvette rumors, and we've got some juicy ones in both. Keith, let's start off with Corvette racing. Let's talk about TF Sport at Imola and the European Le Mans Series.
Yeah, well, first Le Mans Series win for the Chevrolet Corvette Z06 GT3R. TF Sport took one car to Imola. It was a 4-hour race, I believe. Did great. Number 82 Corvette with Charlie Eastwood, Roy Andrade, and Hiroshi Koizuma. I hope I said his last name right. So the next round for the European Le Mans Series is Sunday, August 24th, and they're going to be in Belgium at Spa.
That sounds cool. Also, we had Corvette racing at the CTMP.
Yeah, congrats to the number 4 Corvette Z06 GT3R with Tommy Milner and Nicky Katzberg. They actually finished second at the Chevrolet Grand Prix at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, which I still love to call Mosport, by the way. The number 4 car was able to split its fuel strategy, and it paid off big time with their first podium finish of the year. In GTD, the DXDT Racing number 36 Corvette Z06, piloted by Alec Udell and Robert Witkins, they finished 4th, and AWA Racing in their Maple Leaf Red Z06 GT3R finished in 9th place. The next race for the IMSA program in the GT3 Z06 is August 1st to the 3rd at Road America at Elkhart Lake.
Nice, nice. And our final Corvette racing story, we had them down at Sao Paulo, too. How did they do there?
Yeah, so after TF Sport won the European Le Mans Series, they head down to Brazil, and they finished on the podium there as well. So the number 81 Z06 finished second with Charlie Eastwood, Roy Andrade, and Tom Van Rompuy. The sister car also finished for points, and with these race results, TF Sport now moves into 5th place after 5 of 8 races with the driver and the squad championship. They're doing well there. They're actually coming here to North America at the Circuit of Americas on September 5th through the 7th.
Nice. It's nice to see we're getting some consistent podiums out of Corvette racing.
Yeah, like you said, it's being very consistent and it's starting to hit. Good things are happening.
Absolutely. And this is kind of a Corvette racing story, but it's not. The ZR1 raced a Lamborghini Revuelto. How did we turn out in that?
Well, this is one of the reasons why we've been waiting for the ZR1 to get down to business with its owners. This is a collaboration between a YouTuber named Christian Wheeler. We featured him a few times.
Yep.
And Brooks from Drag Times. So they actually met up at Orlando Speed World Drag Strip during a weekday, I think it was a week ago, and ran about 3 races together. The spoiler is that the ZR1 won the first race, and then the Lamborghini won the next 2. But I mean, it was within 0.25 of a second. It was very close. It was extremely hot. It's 95, and the humidity is off the chain here. And they're racing in the day.
Ooh.
That probably had a little bit of it. And Wheeler did actually say, too, that it's been about 4 years since he's drag raced, while Brooks does it every weekend with his high-performance exotics. We did learn that while they're there, they also filmed with a Porsche 911 Turbo S, a Tesla Model S Plaid, and a McLaren 720S. So hopefully we'll be seeing those videos from both Wheeler and Drag Times coming up in the next few weeks.
Can't wait. In the rumors category, we have Tony Roma and Tony Roma, our executive chief engineer. First of all, Tony said that there's no plans for an electric Corvette right now, a pure electric Corvette. Isn't that right?
And he said, no plans, there's nothing going, it's science fiction. When Tony was first announced as the executive chief engineer, I think many of us thought, well, it's because of his time of Cadillac, where he was recently the chief engineer of the Celeste EV program. Probably he was brought in to help usher in the age of the Corvette EV. Imagine our surprise when he came out and totally against it for the Corvette, saying that it's going to be a while before you see an all-electric Corvette, as technology isn't there and neither is the market. One of the things he talks about is the engagement level of cars and how it has to be special because the Corvette is special. And so my favorite favorite quote from this story. He says, "I'm not going to make an EV and put a Corvette badge on it if it's not worthy of the brand's 70-year-plus history. Nobody wants that. Sorry, I will stand firm on that. That badge means something to people."
Amen.
What a great quote there. He also said there are no formal plans for a full electric Corvette at this time. So looks like Tony's got our backs. Am I right?
I love it.
Yeah, he says there'll be a time and a place for it. So take a deep breath and relax. And then the other thing that Tony made news on this week was about the ZR1X might not be the final boss of the C8 era.
Right.
Many of us are thinking, well, maybe the Zora car is actually real, could still be coming. Tony says in the story on Top Gear that his team believes that there's much more performance just waiting to be tapped from the C8, even though Chevy customers may never be able to use it. That's a direct quote from him.
Yeah.
Steve, I've actually got a bonus rumor for you as well, because I know you appreciate value for your listeners.
What's that?
At the E-Ray launch at Goodwood Festival of Speed, Tony talked to PistonHeads.com, and it sounds like the E-Ray might eventually be getting that ZR1X's front motor. He said not 2025, not 26, but someday in the future. And of course, you know, the ZR1X's front motor offers about 26 more horsepower and 20 foot-pounds more torque than the E-Ray. And there's also some special programming. The ZR1X's front electric motor is designed to run up to 160 miles an hour before it disconnects via the E-Ray, which is 150 miles an hour. Again, performance most people will never see, but it's always nice to know that you got it.
In the car community, we are drunk with speed again, just like in the late 60s, Keith. Everybody wants to say, yeah, I got 1,064 horsepower. I don't know where to use it, but I got it. This car can go 233 miles per hour. I can't do that on the street, but it can go 233 miles per hour. And you know what? Something else, buddy? I've seen rumors where maybe the Zora is coming and maybe it'll be 1,400 horsepower.
Yeah, Doug DeMiro commented before we did have the launch of the ZR1X. You know, that's one thing he heard, 1,400. And I think Brink was talking about 1,500 last night on his show, but that's a lot, you know. And how do you get there? Do you turn up the PSI? Some people say you do a combination of turbocharging and supercharging. I don't know.
Well, it might be nitrous. And also, this lends credence to your rumor. Maybe we'll get a Grand Sport out of the C8. Again,
I think we're talking two different cars. I think what he's talking about, the Zora, is different than what we're talking about, the Grand Sport. And we're pretty confident that Grand Sport's coming. The Zora, I'm not so sure about, but I like what he's saying.
Yeah, definitely. All right, buddy, let's take our final break. When we come back, it's the fun side of Corvette on deck next, here on Corvette Today.
Are you ready for a better insurance policy without the Corvette tax? With agreed value protection, the value of your collector vehicle will never change. Plus, you'll save money. Get a quick quote at ncminsurance.com.
The National Corvette Restorer Society is a proud sponsor of Corvette Today. Are you already an NCRS member? If not, you should consider joining, and here's why. The NCRS means community. We're a community of individuals who love the Corvette hobby and enjoy the fellowship that NCRS provides. We have NCRS chapters throughout the U.S. and Canada where members can meet monthly and share in the enjoyment of the Corvette with like-minded people. NCRS means excellence. NCRS trains some of the best and most educated judges and informed owners in the car collector world. NCRS means inclusion. Owners of both classic and new Corvettes are welcome. We offer flight and concourse judging for 53 through 07 model years and sportsman awards for Corvettes ranging from 53 through 2025. NCRS means leadership. With over 10,000 members, NCRS researches, writes, publishes, and distributes tech manuals and judging guides for the 53 through 07 Corvettes. No other Corvette organization does this, and they're available for purchase. Members also receive the bi-monthly and award-winning Restore magazine and Driveline magazine throughout the year. We also host an extensive technical discussion board at ncrs.org. Finally, NCRS means value. Many of our prestigious awards can and often do increase the value of the cars that achieve our awards. Whether you own a 53 Corvette or the latest 25 model, the NCRS has a place for you. Check us out at ncrs.org.
When you want to buy a Corvette, or any Chevrolet for that matter, get yours from Hendrick Chevrolet Shawnee Mission, located in Kansas City. Hendrick Chevrolet is the largest Corvette dealership and showroom in the Midwest. With a knowledgeable sales staff and Corvette sales specialists on hand, they'll help you build the Corvette of your dreams, and they ship nationwide. With Corvette certified master mechanics on site and a huge parts department with over 24,000 parts and $2 million in inventory, Hendrick Chevrolet is well equipped to take care of your every need. From sales to service to collision repair, Hendrick Chevrolet has you covered. Visit ChevyUSA.com or call 913-384-1550.
Hi, this is Kirk Benyon, and you're listening and watching Corvette Today with Steve Garrett.
Hey, thanks once again for listening and watching Corvette Today, the show that talks about everything Corvette. Corvette Today is brought to you by Wheelcraft. Wheelcraft carries all the latest factory wheel designs for the C8 Stingray, Z06, and E-Ray, plus popular wheel designs from previous generations as well. Now, along with bright chrome and black chrome, Wheelcraft now offers bronze and custom colors at half the cost of OEM. So visit wheelcraft.com today or just give them a call, 833-639-4231. I'm your host, Steve Garrett. With me is my buddy Keith Cornett from CorvetteBlogger. If you want a deeper dive into any of the stories that Keith and I cover, you can always go to CorvetteBlogger.com. In this final segment, we always cover the fun side of Corvette. Keith, this is pretty interesting. Chevrolet President Mark Royce drove a ZR1 at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin.
Yeah, he was with that recent ZR1 ride drive where all the YouTubers came down and got to experience the car.
Nice.
And so eventually GM just released a YouTube video of Mark driving the ZR1. It's a short video, but it's fun to watch. Mark actually says daily driving the ZR1 every day to and from work, but to come out and rip 1,000 horsepower at Circuit of Americas is pretty special.
That's absolutely right. I'd like to ride shotgun with him on that, that's for sure.
That would be fun, yeah.
Yeah. Also, I thought this was really interesting, Keith. You did an exterior color ranking for 2025 colors. That was really, really cool.
Yeah, we're closing in on the end of the 2025 model year, and so we just like to dive into the stats over at C8 Tracker. They get window stickers, and he's able to extract some of the cool option data, including colors. We use that data to create a graph of 10 colors and their production numbers. It's a few weeks behind, so it could be some changes here before the end of the model year because we got a couple colors that are really close to each other. I'm not going to go through the numbers, but I'll give you the colors. So white, black, and torch red remain the top colors for 2025s. They're followed by red mist and sea wolf. The difference between red mist and sea wolf is only 4 units right now. So it'd be interesting to see what happens because sea wolf is going away. So a lot of times dealers will try to load up on a color that's going away. In the 6th and 7th place, we have Riptide Blue and Hysteria Purple, and they're separated by just 1 unit. We've had Riptide in front, we've had Hysteria in front, and now Riptide's back in front by just the 1 unit. And then the final 3 are Competition Yellow, Sebring Orange, and Rapid Blue, which closes out the model year.
Yeah.
So the new colors for 2026, we'll see Blade Silver returning to the color lineup and replacing Seawolf Gray, and then the new Roswell Green will be replacing Rapid Blue.
Very nice. Also, I thought this is kind of fun because we've reported on this before on our news and headlines show, but that Florida C8 Highway Patrol car, it won the best looking contest. That was kind of nice.
Yeah, a little centerfold action for a C8 Corvette. Obviously, this made a bunch of headlines in our state of Florida because Florida actually repeated in this contest of the best-looking police cruisers, which is sponsored by the American Association of State Troopers. So each of the 50 states submits a photo of their patrol cruisers to be judged, and the judges by the public. The C8 Corvette from Florida was looking great, wears the traditional tan and black livery of the Florida Highway Patrol, and it was pictured with its emergency lights activated in front of a vibrant backdrop of the Miami skyline as the sun was setting behind it. So it was a really cool photo. Yeah, they won it. So they're going to be in the calendar again this year. And I think they're on the cover.
Congratulations to them. That's awesome. And it's a good looking car. That's for sure. This was a real eye opener, Keith. Boost District made an 8-second Corvette E-Ray. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So he's been working on this car for a while now, over a year. And one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this is because it's actually one of these other new world records, you know. To have an E-Ray run in the 8s is just amazing. So he had to do a lot of work on the car. You know, eventually put in a built 427 LT2 engine. It's got a twin turbo setup. At a recent test, the E-Ray ran 8.891 seconds at 156 miles an hour. Captured that run on video, very smooth. It ran great, he said. Features about 1,300 horsepower at 14 PSI. And it's a monster, but yet he drives it around, full stock interior, all the creature comfort still. He actually was going to drive it home from the racetrack. He was so excited about it.
Wow.
We're not sure if he's going to continue to push the car or if he's going to just kind of keep it right where it is because he did beat his goal of getting into the 8s. To go any faster than that, it's just going to continue to take a lot of work and some money. So I think he might have said, we've done it. Here it is. Come and take it.
Yeah. Congratulations to Boost District. An 8-second E-Ray is pretty darn cool. And also, Keith, this is pretty interesting too, and this probably should have gone in rumors. Our executive chief engineer, Tony Roma, we can't leave without talking about, he didn't expect the ZR1 time to be breaking any Nürburgring records. Why is that?
Yeah, smart probably, just kind of tamping down expectations. They put out that teaser on June 28th, and there's a lot of people out there. I don't think you and I fell for this, but they said, oh, it must be because the time is 6:28, which would beat the AMG 1's time of 6:29. So there was a lot of that going on. I mean, our Facebook post on this blew up because the Mustang GTD people came in, and then the ZR1 people are fighting with them. I mean, it was just crazy. So it's just tamping down expectations. It's harder than ever. You have to rent the track. You got to get the safety marshals, pay the licensing fee, pay the filming fee, get your cars and engineers over there. And if your day rains, oh well. I think I talked about this last on the news and headline show. Is I was hoping for a time in the mid to low 640s or so, which would put the ZR1 ahead of both the Mustang GTD and the Porsche 911 GT3 RS.
Yeah. Well, I watched the video, and there's 6 licensing fees that have to be paid. Then you got to haul your car over to Germany. You got to haul everybody, engineers and mechanics and everything. You got to pay for hotels. You got to pay for food. And like you said, if it rains, tough luck.
Yeah.
It's a lot to get over to the Nürburgring, where Porsche and BMW, they're basically in the backyard. Porsche's just a little bit away. I think BMW is about 3 hours or 3.5 hours away.
Porsche's 3 hours and BMW's about 5 hours.
Okay, that's what it was. But it's so much easier to get those guys there without having to ship a car over the pond and get to Germany. It's a lot. You know what? The ZR1 just broke 5 track records here in America. That's good enough for me.
And again, that's where the focus obviously should be. But people do want to see a Nürburgring time. And for whatever reason, you know, we've all bought into the thinking that this is kind of the end-all, be-all of performance stats.
Yep.
We just need the car to go out there, run its best time, run the best time as you can.
Yeah.
And move on.
The ring is the benchmark, but you know what? I don't know if it's necessary. Anyway. Finally, Keith, our last story, we got to spend the weekend together down in Austin, Texas at the Corvette Invasion, which was awesome.
Wow, was that a fun show or what, Steve? Corvette Invasion, it had to be one of the best organized shows I've ever attended. I know Sean Jones and his volunteers, they had a plan for parking 350 registered Corvettes. This thing was held at the Bastrop Convention Center. It's about 30 minutes outside of Austin, and they pulled it off flawlessly. First of all, we had the Friday night reception with a live band. They had foods and drinks and people just mingling and hanging out. And then we had some guest speakers. Of course, me, your humble Corvette blogger. We had Ben Keating from Corvette Racing came, and he brought his number 33 car, which won Le Mans a couple years back. So it was a lot of fun. Sean, I really appreciate the opportunity to be featured there. Some of the other things they had, too, is over 40 ZR1s all lined up, C4s to C7. Those C8s, unfortunately, people were hoping, but it's not out enough yet. I liked also how they put the classics together, so the C1, C2s, and C3s. And one of those was really cool. It was a 57 turquoise, I believe, pulling a small fiberglass boat, and it matched as well. It had the old classic 1950s little motor engine on it.
Yep.
I thought that was really cool. And you know what else was cool, Steve, was people decorated their cars. They decorated their spaces. One guy had an inflatable house that put a Spider C8 in. Talk about some really cool C8s. A couple were wearing fighter jets designs. One guy getting a lot of attention. It was that black E-Ray. He calls it the E-Ray X because he put a ZR1 style hood on it. He had Lambo doors, and it had a full ZR1 aero kit with the big wing on the back. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
We also had the opportunity to do a Keith's Choice Award. I gave mine to a brother-sister combination. They brought their dad's 1966 Corvette drag racer out to the show. It'd been stored for over 50 years. They just got it running again. They actually won multiple awards. I think the show had over 101 designated awards to give out. So that award ceremony was something, wasn't it, Steve?
It really was, buddy. And it was a lot of fun. It was great to see you doing a seminar. I did my seminar about Corvette today.
Yeah.
And you're right. I love it looked like a big black bouncy house for his car, which was really, really cool.
I think that's what Conti was calling it.
It was really funny. But I gave my choice. There was a Blue Angel C8 Corvette that looked really, really good.
Oh, yeah. You got to tell that story real quick.
Yeah, the Navy and the Blue Angels are very close to my heart because I got a media hop, which is a ride with the Blue Angels 5 days before my daughter was born. So it was really, really cool. It brought me back to those days when I got to fly with the Blue Angels. It was a busy, busy weekend because I flew on a Friday. I broadcast on the radio Saturday and Sunday, and then Tuesday my daughter was born. But Sean Jones, thank you so much. You took great care of me and Keith, and we will love to come back anytime you want us back. We'll do some more seminars and stuff. Thank you very much for treating us so well.
Absolutely. Guys, when we see you out on the roads, keep waving. And until next time, Steve.
Thanks again for listening and watching Corvette Today. And be sure to tell your family, friends, and other Corvette enthusiasts about the Corvette Today show. And thanks to our sponsors, Wheelcraft. Want to dress up your Corvette with bright chrome or black chrome wheels? Visit wheelcraft.com to learn about their advanced PVD chrome finishing. They can refinish your wheels or offer a wheel exchange for most models, and it comes with a 5-year warranty. Visit wheelcraft.com today or call 833-639-4231. Soul Performance Products at SOULPP.com, the official performance exhaust of Corvette Today. Ciocca Corvette at CIOCCA Corvette.com. E5 Wheels at E5Wheels.com. IntelliSense at IntelliSense.com. Also, Aerolarri Wheels. Get $100 off your purchase with the promo code CT111 at Aerolarri.com. Mark Falter with the Retirement Income Hour podcast. And Hendrick Chevrolet in Kansas City at ChevyUSA.com.
Thanks for checking out Corvette Today on podcast and YouTube. If you'd like to contact Steve with ideas for Corvette Today, you can email him at stevegarrettdj@gmail.com. Garrett has 2 R's and 2 T's. That's stevegarrettdj@gmail.com. Also, sign up for email notifications at corvettetoday.ck.page. Follow Steve and the show on social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Threads at Steve Garrett DJ. Thanks again for listening and watching Corvette Today.